Friends, it is both a privilege and a pleasure to join you for this milestone, the 40th National Convention of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers and the National Conference on IoT and Sensor Embedded IoT Driving Smart Connectivity. I again congratulate the Faridabad Local Center of II and the Department of Electronics Engineering of Bose University for organizing an event that brings together the best of industry, academia, and research to shape India's digital future. As Swami Vivekananda said, we are what our thoughts have made us. So take care about what you think. Today, our collective thought is focused on connectivity, the force that binds technology, people, and purpose. A few decades ago, connectivity meant telegraph wires and telephone lines. Today, it means billions of devices exchanging data to every second, quietly, instantly, and intelligently. This is the age of Internet of Things, that is IoT. A global ecosystem where every object has a voice and every signal has meaning. When we embed sensors into these systems, we give machines the ability to sense, interpret, and respond. It is as if we are endowing our environment with a nervous system. Whether it is a smart bridge that reports stress levels, a factory machine that predicts failure before it happens, or a health device that warns a doctor miles away, that is IoT, and sensor technologies are making engineering alive, aware, and adaptive. India is no longer a consumer of technology. It is becoming a creator and curator of digital innovations. The Government of India's missions, Digital India, Smart Cities, Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and the Semicon India program have set the foundation for a digitally empowered, electronically self-reliant nation. The National Quantum Mission and India AI Mission further signal our transition towards high-end computational intelligence. By 2030, IoT devices in India are expected to surpass 2 billion, fueling the growth of smart manufacturing, precision agriculture, e-governance, and e-mobility. Faridabad, the industrial heart of Haryana, is a fitting venue for this convention. Its robust ecosystem of automotive, electronics, and manufacturing industries is always embracing sensor-driven automation and AI-embedded predictive maintenance. We are not speaking of the future, we are living it. While IoT drives efficiency, its true promise lies in sustainability. Smart energy meters, intelligent grids, and low-power sensor networks are helping India meet its net zero emission by 2050 aspirations. In agriculture, sensor-based irrigation systems ensure every drop of water counts. In healthcare, remote monitoring reduces hospital burden and saves lives in rural areas. In transport, IoT reduces fuel wastage and carbon footprints through adaptive traffic control. As engineers, our responsibility is to ensure that this connectivity is not just smart but sustainable. Around the world, IoT is reshaping industries and economies. Japan's sensor network monitor aging infrastructure in real time. Germany's Industry 4.0 integrates robotics and cyber physical systems for hyper-efficient production. The European Union's Digital Decade Policy 2030 links IoT with climate goals. The US focuses on edge computing, and AI integration for autonomous mobility. India is strategically positioned to support. We must leverage our strength in software engineering to build globally competitive IoT hardware and security frameworks. For more than a century, the Institution of Engineers India has been a pillar of engineering education and policy advocacy. Founded in 1920 and incorporated by Royal Charter in 1935 by King George V, II has grown to over 2.5 lakh members, that is graduate members, and 124 centers across the country and 6 overseas chapters. It serves as a bridge between research and practice, between policy and progress. Through its Electronics and Telecommunication Design Board, IEI organizes seminars, workshops, technical webinars, national conventions, and also provides research grants to engineering students that promote emerging technologies like IoT, AI, and cybersecurity. The Institution of Engineers peer-reviewed Springer journals and its InterPE, that is International Professional Engineer, register reflect its global standing and commitment to excellence. Today, IEI is not merely an institution. It is the national platform for engineering advancement, sustainable development, and professional excellence, working steadfastly in the service of the nation. However, with great connectivity comes with great responsibility. When devices speak to each other more than humans do, the question of ethics, privacy, and cyber trust become of paramount importance. As engineers, design with integrity and build with balance. Let us remember that the goal of technology is not merely to connect the machines but to elevate human experience. Let IoT stand for Internet of Trust. I again repeat, let IoT stand for Internet of Trust. Conventions like this are crucial because they bring together the 3 pillars of innovation: academia, industry, and policy. The presence of so many distinguished professors and industrial leaders here today signifies that synergy. Universities must focus on interdisciplinary curricula that blend electronics with AI, data science, and sustainability. Industry must real-world labs to students. IEI can act as the catalyst to bridge these 2 worlds, turning ideas into impact. To our young engineers and students present here, you are the architects of tomorrow. The world you enter is dynamic, data-driven, and demanding, but it is also filled with opportunities to innovate, to lead, and to serve. The Institution of Engineers is deeply invested in your growth through student chapters, fellowships, skill development programs, and research grants. We encourage you to take risks, to prototype, to fail fast, and learn faster, because the future belongs not to those who predict it, but to those who engineer it. Imagine an India where our cities breathe intelligence through sensor-based waste management, where our power grids self-heal after a fault, where our villages are connected not only by roads but by data. That is the vision of Connected Bharat, Conscious Bharat, Circular Bharat. IoT is not merely a technology, it is a tool for inclusive growth. It will empower our farmers as much as our foundries, our students as much as our scientists. It will define the next wave of economic prosperity and environmental responsibility. As we deliberate over the next 2 days, let our discussions be vibrant, our debates constructive, and our vision collective. May this convention produce ideas that go beyond papers and proceedings into products, policies, and partnerships that shape our nation's technological destiny. In the world of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, dream is not what you see in sleep. Dream is something that does not let you sleep. I again repeat, dream is not what you see in sleep. Dream is something that does not let you sleep. Let our dream today be of an India that leads the world in ethical, inclusive, and sustainable technology. Let us engineer a future where connectivity creates community, where data drives development, and where innovation inspires humanity. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words.
Now, his address on the theme of the national seminar, may I take the opportunity of introducing him all. Professor Dimri is a professor in Electronics Engineering Department and Dean of Student Welfare, JC Bose University of Science and Technology, IMCA, Hyderabad. He is Fellow of IEI, Fellow of IETE, Senior Member of IEEE, and Member of Indian Society of Technical Education. He is currently the Honorary Secretary of IEI Hyderabad Local Center.
Thank you.
I request Professor Dimri, please address the gathering.
Vice Chancellor Professor Rajiv Kumar ji, IEI President Engineer VB Singh ji, Vice President and Member ETDB Professor Girish Mundada ji, Guest of Honor Professor Ashutosh Kumar Singh ji, Guest of Honor Engineer Narang N. Kishore ji, IS Obrai ji, Registrar of the University Professor Ajay Ranga ji, Professor Munish Basis ji, respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, scholars, and young innovators. I welcome you all with this Upanishadic invocation, Sangachhadvam, Samvadadvam, Samvo Manasi Janata, Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve, Sanjanana Upasate. Let us work together, let us think together, let us innovate together. With this spirit of the collective wisdom and collaboration, I warmly welcome you all to the 14th National Convention of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, NECET 2025. This mantra reminds us that true progress only happens when knowledge, effort, and intentions come together. And through this convention, we unite our minds to shape the future of the smart connectivity, let us hope. Looking at this hall full of the brilliant engineers, I am reminded engineers don't see the problems. They see pre-engineering opportunity. And with a theme like our, which is IoT and sensor embedded IoT, we truly have the opportunity everywhere. Our theme, IoT and sensor embedded IoT driving smart connectivity, captures the digital transformation, shaping India's industrial, social, and economic future. Sensors today are like Indriya of modern system, enabling machines to sense, think, decide, and optimize. Faridabad, one of the India's largest manufacturing hub, is becoming a live demonstration of predictive maintenance, intelligent automation, smart energy systems, quality analytics, and connected production lines. In challenges before India's ecosystem, we have quite a lot: semiconductor dependency, cyber security risk, and billions of concerned devices, shortage of skilled manpower in VLSI, embedded system, IoT, AI, and edge computing, weak component level manufacturing, standardization issues in IoT ecosystem, rising e-waste and sustainability concerns. But every challenge is also an opportunity, and NCET 2025 aims to strengthen academia, industry research collaboration, motivate young engineers, present innovations and emerging technologies, and generate recommendation that supports. As concerned that there are few schemes of India which are very much relevant and connected to this theme, like Digital India, Smart Cities, Make in India, and Viksit Bharat 2047. As Alan Kay has said, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. And we hope that in this convention, where we are having good representation from industry, academia, all the universities of Faridabad and Gurgaon, most of the industries of Faridabad, Gurgaon, they are participating in this convention in some way. This conference will be having many components. There will be state-of-the-art lecture which will be delivered by Engineer Narang N. Kishore. He is a very high-profile IEEE member who is working in the standardization of IoT. Then we have got, which is the regular feature of National Convention for Electronics and Telecommunication Engineer, which is Professor S.K. Memorial Lecture, which will be delivered by our esteemed Professor Ashutosh Kumar Singh ji, who is IIT Bhopal. We will be having a keynote lecture by Brigadier Adarsh Bhardwaj ji, and then we will be having a panel discussion, and the topic of the panel discussion is going to be the future of electronics and relevant to India's success. Our 5 technical sessions will be there, and which will be dealing with IoT systems, sensor networks, smart electronics, cyber physical systems, signal processing, AI-based computing. Our will having Professor Samim Ahmed, who is the former director of Siri Pilani and former vice chancellor of Jamia Hamdard, and then Professor G.K. Sharma. So we have quite a lot of activities happening, and then to sum it up, we will be having the project competition where many institutes are participating, and we look forward your presence there as well. So this competition is not just academic exercise, but students will be demonstrating their practical prototypes there. So I invite you to visit that in Saguntalam also post lunch. And I would sum up as the Gita reminds us, Yoga Karmasu Kausalam, excellence in action is yoga. So let the convention be our collective yoga. I am very thankful to media partners who have come here and who have covered our event very nicely, and all the fellow deans, chairpersons, and dear students. I again thank all the keynote speakers who have been very graceful to accept our invitation, and they have come from this thing. And this national convention is truly national in the sense that we have participation from all the 4 corners of India, north, south, east, west. And looking forward that because we are having industry, academia, students, and professors, senior administrators, all participating in this, and not only from the field of electronics, but as our chairman is from civil engineering, there are engineers from mechanical engineers and all these things. So it is a quite, as we say, multidisciplinary, although it is electronics and communication convention, but all the engineers are there. So I'm looking forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Esteemed guests, it is truly a moment for all of us as we prepare to hear from a visionary whose insights are cherished and whose guidance.
To introduce Professor Dr. G.S. Mundada, Vice President IEI, and a distinguished academic leader. a chartered engineer with BE, ME and PhD qualifications. He currently serves as a professor and head of electronics and telecommunication engineering at PICT, Pune. He has held key national roles in IEI, including chairman of ETTV and CATE, and has contributed significantly to university governance as chairman BOS, member academic council, and member and IETE. His contributions span academia, research, and professional bodies. We are privileged to welcome such an accomplished technocrat and leader.
May I invite Professor Dr. G.S. Mundada to the dais. Everyone, please give a huge round of applause.
Thank you for this introduction. When the stalwart of academics is here, these are just peanuts. So, warm greetings, and I welcome you all for this national convention. Honorable Chief Guest of the function, Professor Rajiv Kumarji, Vice Chancellor J.C. Bose, University of Science and Technology, YMCA, Faridabad. Guest of honor, Kishore Narang Sir, Professor Ashutosh Kumar Singh, Director, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Bhopal. Engineer V.B. Singh Sir, my mentor, President IEI. Eminent engineering personalities to whom we are going to felicitate. Professor Adi is here, Professor Kamal and Professor Kumar will join us shortly. My dynamic brother and chairman of local center here, Faridabad, Engineer Inderdeep Singh Oberoi Sir. Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Honorary Secretary, Vasishtha Sir, Organizing Secretary, IIA members of Electronics and Telecom Division Board, my friend Dr. Aloknath Dey, others will join us shortly online in the meeting later in this day. Distinguished council members, I heard Mundi Saab and Gil Saab is to come, so maybe the time they come, we will greet them again. IIA distinguished personalities, IIA Engineering Young Awards that we will be giving, corporate members, invited guests, media person, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely delighted to be part of this convention. And why it is so, I will just put up through 4 points. One is why this national convention, why is the theme that you see before you, why Faridabad, and what we look forward to. And then, in conclusion, what we expect. In fact, we had this convention a year before in Delhi. But then we could not conduct it for some reason and we have to shift it to the east part of the country and we conducted it at NIT Rourkela. So, something for north was still there and hence we are back here in Faridabad, and as our president said, there were 6 different centers trying to get this convention, but Faridabad was being chosen for the active part your chairman has brought in, and the strategic location of this place which is well surrounded by industry, research and top-notch scholars. So that is where we wanted to be in Faridabad, and this national convention is an annual event which is conducted pan-India across 120 centers into different regions. So like we had in East, now in North, next we will be having somewhere in North and, in South and West. So purpose is to connect the engineering fraternity. Lot of engineering work continues to happen. Innovation that we need to disseminate. We need to have this platform. And if you know, IIA is the professional body having multi-dimensional connectivity. The only society which includes under its wings all the engineering domains. So it was a pleasure for us to have this. Now Kamal sir, Mundi sir have arrived, Jakhtar Saab and Gil Saab, welcome sir. So that is where this annual event we want to conduct, and the information that gets collected is disseminated through souvenir to the different parts. Now next is, why is this theme? The theme, if you look at, is a IoT, embedded and smart. What does this 3 word means? IoT is simply communication. The way human beings used to communicate, IoT is bringing devices and gadgets to communicate within them and making system autonomous without much human intervention. Embedded talks about synchronization. We need to be synchronized, making something relevant, meaningful through that communication. Otherwise, communication can be taken for anything otherwise. And then the part is smart. Communication, synergy, emergence we are bringing has to help the society. So all what we do is to be application specific. It needs to have some utility. And that was perhaps mostly we were lacking upon. It was not being documented process, and our industry then continued to say that our engineers are not employable. Whereas lot of the leaders who are talking like this have come from the same education system, but perhaps they were very much blessed, they could convert it. And there is lot of chunk remaining behind, a huge potential that need to be targeted towards the requirement. And this smartness refers to specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and timely. So if we drive them towards this requirement, I think we have many problems to address. Though technology is taking 5G, 6G and much development, see, many problems still remains from cities are facing is traffic congestion. I don't want to name city because it is everywhere. But my friend started laughing looking at me. He is from Bangalore. He know what is the traffic condition there. Pollution. And then we are bringing many other alternatives which perhaps is not workable. And then now the city from where I come, the wildlife is coming into society. Have costed nature at large. So can we bring some solution whereupon this development, whatever damages it has made to the nature, to otherwise, while progressing, forgetting the things we should have taken care, can we bring solution to it? So I urge my young engineering friends sitting here, many students from this university, can we bring pollution under control? Can we bring some solution for traffic congestion? And can we ensure a safe region animals to stay within their boundaries and not being forced to enter into the civic facilities? So these are what are few expectations that we will look forward to. Formal education and research continues like we do in universities, but these informal things which are being less talked about, can we bring solution to it so that our societies will get a help? And that precisely is now a point of focus for NEP and community engagement program which our new education policy is bringing. I am sure the leaders who will be coming after me will address this point. Leaders who have talked before me have already covered, so I have been left with these points only to conclude on this formal part, being a president of this function. Thank you very much for these opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the most enriching part of our program, we are privileged to have among us a distinguished personality whose achievements and dedication stand as an inspiration to many.
We are honored to introduce Professor Ashutosh Kumar Singh, Professor and Director, IIIT Bose, IIT PhD, and a postdoctoral work from the University of Bristol, UK. With over 2 decades of global academic and administrative experience, he has contributed extensively to big data analytics, cloud security, digital system design, and cybersecurity. Author of 350 plus publications and 11 books, Professor Singh has also led several prestigious national and international research projects. So please welcome Professor by great round of applause.
सबको नमस्कार करता हूं। चीफ गेस्ट प्रोफेसर राजीव कुमार जी, वाइस चांसलर ऑफ दिस यूनिवर्सिटी, engineer VV Singh, just we met a couple of hours back and I am quite impressed with his personality. Oberoi Saab, In morning he called 7:30, sir, we have to take breakfast today 8:30 and we have to start 9 because we have to meet Vice Chancellor साहब. हम के भाई इतना जल्दी में हम काम नहीं करते. But I get up early and I don't know why I was invited here. The guy who just connected between us, I'm not able to see him here. वो 2 साल से मेरे को 1 साल से सर आना है. I don't know that, like what is the reason I'm here. But now slowly I'm trying to connect with the people. I'm humbly just all senior person. कई बार सीनियर लोगों के बीच बोलने में भी डर लगता है. अब भोपाल से आए तो बिना बोले जाएंगे भी नहीं. And my students really you are, तुम लोगों को देख के बड़ा I feel very like कि अपने दिन याद आते हैं कि बूढ़े लोग आके हमको बताते थे और हमें कुछ समझ नहीं आता था. सोचते थे जल्दी बात खत्म हम चले. So I know you are in that situation. But I had a very interesting example. Like I remember 1996, one professor came from IIT Kharagpur and he was giving lecture about e-commerce. And he was telling that एक दिन ऐसा आएगा जब कंप्यूटर से सामान खरीदेंगे. और हम लोग पीछे बेंच पे बैठ के कुछ दोस्त बैठ के बोल रहे थे ये बूढ़ा प्रोफेसर मूर्ख बना रहा है. How is it possible that we can buy product through the computer? Because we know that traditional buying, कुछ खरीदने जाना है तो दुकान पे सामान देखना है, पैसे देने हैं, then पैसे वापस करने, then return money. And today you can see after just 25 years you can see when you take coffee, tea, जूता, पैजामा, जो भी खरीदना है रात को खरीदो, दिन को खरीदो. ब्लिंकिट वालों ने तो नरक कर दिया. You can see the technology. Therefore, today, whatever we are saying, maybe you can see after 20 years, you feel it's a fact, it's a true. Institute of Engineer was very special for me because 98, my first paper journal paper was accepted in computer division and got award from there. So, बस उतना याद है मुझे, उसके बाद कुछ याद नहीं है. Because as a PhD student, we have to publish paper because we need a PhD degree. And for that, supervisors give the list of the journals and we have to publish. So I was very happy. And after PhD, I moved to Australia immediately. So, लेकिन उससे थोड़ा दुख भी हुआ. वो जो Journal Institute of Engineers is a big organization, started in 1920, has a good legacy. But unfortunately, few of the journals, we are not publishing. Now Springer is publishing. So the publisher is Springer. So whatever knowledge we have, we are publishing in the particular domain is transferred directly to Netherlands, not in India. Sir, उसके लिए अगर कुछ आप लोग कर सकें तो बड़ा अच्छा होगा. So I humbly apologize. Quite interesting figures I have. 17% population of the world is Indian, means हर छठवां आदमी दुनिया का इंडियन है. Every 6%. I come from computer science, and once you see the computer scientist of world data, it's quite interesting data I have. According to 2022, just before 3 years, 7 million software engineers were from China, number one, and India also. The data says that between 5.8 to 7 million software engineers from India. So if the correct data is, we are almost closer to China. And the third number is America, 4.4 million software engineer. मतलब एक बार हमने प्रोग्रामिंग बंद कर दी, सारी दुनिया जाम हो जाएगी, पक्का. And we can see. अभी कुछ दिन पहले देखा था एयरपोर्ट पे ना, it was cracked. So once we go for computer researcher, जहाँ पे research is very very important. And I always say that India is dreaming for developed nation by 2047. And only important, the best important component is research. दुनिया पे वही राज करेगा जिसका रिसर्च अच्छा होगा, पक्का बता रहे हैं. You remember 300-400 years ago what happened? British people, when people were feeling fear to enter in sea, वो छोटे छोटे बोट बनाए, जहां भी गए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया गए मेरा, इंडिया गए मेरा, साउथ अफ्रीका गए मेरा, जहां जहां पानी से उतरे सब जगह कैप्चर किया. It was a technological defeat. And what happened during Second World War? Once they felt that to earn money you don't need to stay in particular country. Therefore you can see from 1940 to 1960 इसी 20 साल में सारी दुनिया आजाद हुई, चाहे इंडिया हो, चाहे अफ्रीका हो, चाहे मलेशिया हो, चाहे हांगकांग हो, और हर जगह गांधी पैदा नहीं हुए थे. It was a technological reason. They felt to capture the world you don't need to stay physically फिजिकली देयर। अब फ्लाइट आ गई थी जो बॉम्बे से लंदन जब जाते थे 4 महीना 3 महीना जहाज से लगते थे, जब उन्होंने देखा 10-12 घंटे में काम हो जाएगा, दे स्टार्टेड लिविंग। और अभी आप इस कमरे में देख लीजिए, वी आर हियर, वी आर बाइंग आवर प्रोडक्ट, डिवाइस, जींस, एप्पल फोन, जितने भी कंपोनेंट आप देखोगे 70-80% तो अब तो छोड़ दो, ओला उबर वाले 200 रुपए वाले भी, एक भी टैक्सी नहीं है, पैसा वहीं जाना है। दैट काइंड ऑफ टाइम दे वंस दे रियलाइज, स्लोली दुनिया छोड़ने लगे। नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट रिसर्च, सो वेयर वी आर इन रिसर्च फील्ड एंड वी हैव वन interesting data. We should feel proud for that, because the reason I gave to you, research is very, very important. And once we see the top research in computer science, who is the number 2? Number 2 guy is Indian. He's from he's Anil Kumar Jain, and he graduated from IIT Kanpur in 1969. He's in number 2nd. And top 10 2 other Indians are there. Just I'm taking the example of computer science. बट क्या हो रहा है, इतना सब कुछ होने के बाद स्कोपस डेटा के, अगर अभी सर हमसे बीवी सिंह सर बता रहे थे कि हमारे जर्नल्स स्कोपस में आए हैं, इट्स वेरी नाइस। एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू स्कोपस डेटा वी हैव 2022 के अकॉर्डिंग 9 लाख रिसर्च पेपर्स चाइना पब्लिश इन 2022, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पब्लिश रफली अराउंड 4.5 लाख, बट इंडियन पब्लिश्ड ओनली 2 lakhs। तीसरे नंबर पे स्कोपस डेटा में है। सो सर्टेनली वी आर नॉट डूइंग वेल इन रिसर्च, एंड हमने कुछ अपने रीजन एनालाइज किए, बिकॉज आई वर्क अराउंड 15 years in abroad. What I realized that our system, sometimes our professors are major responsible for not having good research. कोई एमटेक पीएचडी का स्टूडेंट आता है ना, प्रोफेसर साहब लोग ये मत बोलो कि अपना टॉपिक लेके आओ, 20-25 साल में अगर आपको टॉपिक नहीं मिला तो स्टूडेंट को नहीं मिलेगा। You just give ready-made topic to the student, say that this is the problem, we have to solve it. Either you are BTech student, MTech student, PhD student, problem should be given ready-made to the student so that we can do very well. Otherwise, CV रमन जी के बाद किसी को टेक्नोलॉजी में नोबेल प्राइज नहीं मिला। I know that Nobel Prize is not only one parameter to measure the intelligence, but of course it is one of the parameter, and the major reason is 4 to 5 years, the initial component is PhD student. Once they join, after that either in IIT, because I am the product of IIT, बड़ा मेरे साथ इत्तेफाक रहा कि IIT में पढ़ा, NIT में प्रोफेसर बना, IIIT में डायरेक्टर बना, दुनिया के 7-8 यूनिवर्सिटी देखा, तो सब में डिफरेंस मेरे को यही लगा, IIT में भी वही हाल है। स्टूडेंट आया, सर बोलते हैं अच्छा भाई टॉपिक लेके आओ। अब क्या करेगा लड़का, बीटेक एमटेक का लड़का कौन सा टॉपिक लाएगा रिसेंट रिसर्च का, वो ऐसा टॉपिक लाता है खोज के कि चलो किसी से डिग्री हो जाए, और एंड ऑफ द डे हम कभी उस लेवल पे पहुंच ही नहीं पाए। वी डू लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च बट वी नेवर रीच टू दैट पर्टिकुलर लेवल, एंड दैट इज द प्लेस वेयर वी हैव, उसमें शायद इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंजीनियर्स हम लोग भी कुछ मदद कर सके देन अच्छा है। एंड लास्ट बट नॉट लीस्ट, new generation is very, very important, especially for developing the nation and all this, like Jain ji. आप लोगों को क्या करना है, एक हमारे यहाँ बहुत संस्कृत में कोटेशन है, वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, सारा दुनिया परिवार है, हम सारी दुनिया के लिए करते हैं, इतना करने का जरूरत नहीं है, दुनिया बहुत ठीक है। अब सारी दुनिया पे कैप्चर करने का टाइम आया है, एंड स्पेशली फॉर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस। आई एम फ्रॉम द कंप्यूटर गाय, maybe it is different for the civil and mechanical engineer, but artificial intelligence is the big asset for Indians, because if you want to do something in AI, in computer, आपको कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, गांव में आपको बैठा दो, 1 लाख रुपए का लैपटॉप खरीदो, उसका इंटरनेट से कनेक्ट करो, एंड क्लाउड इन्वायरमेंट का पूरा सुपर कंप्यूटर फ्रॉम नासा एंड ऑल यू कैन एक्सेस, यू कैन राइट द प्रोग्राम, यू कैन डू द वर्क एंड कैन क्योर। एंड द बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज एंड उबर, आप देख लो, कोई उसका आदमी इंडिया में टैक्सी चलाने नहीं आया, वो अमेरिका में बैठा, एक लैपटॉप से कनेक्ट किया, एक सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप किया और पूरी दुनिया पे छा गया, है ना एग्जांपल। अब इस तरह का हम लोगों को कुछ देखना होगा कि भाई नौकरी केवल भारत में खोजने का जरूरत नहीं है, इंडिया इज ऑलरेडी वेरी पॉपुलेटेड एनफ, सो वी हैव टू लाइक 5th every 6th Indian is just like, so we have to dominate other world, and especially for artificial intelligence, because we have different wide diverse culture. So whatever algorithm we see in our village, अपने छोटे छोटे शहरों में देखते हैं, मैंने तो IEEE में जितने पेपर किए सब तो अपने गांव के बूढ़े लोगों के केवल उनके बोलने को मैथमेटिक्स में कन्वर्ट किया और एल्गोरिथम लिखा एंड कंक्योर किया एंड आई पब्लिश इन IEEE एंड ट्रांजैक्शन एंड नेचर आल्सो. आई गिव वन सिंपल एग्जांपल. डेटा सिक्योरिटी तो आप लोग बहुत अच्छे से सुने हो. डेटा सिक्योरिटी मीन्स योर मनी इज नॉट योर मनी, जस्ट नंबर 0 to 9. इफ आई वांट टू स्टील योर मनी आई जस्ट नीड योर क्रेडिट कार्ड का पीछे वाला 3 और आगे वाला 9. वो हमने ले लिया. आई विल कंक्योर ऑल द वर्ल्ड. आई रिमेम्बर मेरे गांव में एक बूढ़े आदमी थे. मैं बहुत छोटा था. वो बाहर बैठे रहते थे और कोई भी आ जाए ही वॉज हैविंग लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन. कौन है भाई? रिश्तेदार तो नहीं हो सकता. रिश्तेदार होता तो कुछ मिठाई का डब्बा ले आता. कुछ मिठाई का डब्बा, अरे ठीक नहीं है डब्बा, उनका रिश्तेदार नहीं है. सो मेनी क्वेश्चन ही वॉज हैविंग. He was trying to identify that there is no alien is entering in the village. तो एक बार हम अभी NIT कुरुक्षेत्र में थे, 7-8 स्टूडेंट थे. हम लोग RTVs में काम कर रहे थे डेटा सिक्योरिटी में. सो डेटा सिक्योरिटी वी हैव टू यूजर आस्क द डेटा एंड देन वी हैव टू गिव. सो बिफोर गिविंग जो क्वेश्चन 12-14 बनते थे वो क्वेश्चंस को हम लोगों ने मैथमेटिक्स में डेवलप किया. अच्छा ये गांव का नहीं है तो 0 हो गया, ये रिश्तेदार नहीं है तो 0 हुआ. कुछ कुछ करके ऐसे हमने कैलकुलेशन निकाले एंड देन बिफोर गिविंग डाटा टू द एलियन एनी यूजर फर्स्ट वी कैलकुलेटेड एंड क्रॉस द थ्रेशोल्ड और उसको अपने पाइथन में प्रोग्राम किया, कोड किया और उसी पेपर को नेचर में पब्लिश किया. एंड मैंने उसको दिखाया कि देख भाई, अगर इस तरह का एल्गोरिथमिक लेवल पे हमको कोई रिसोर्स नहीं चाहिए. मे बी फॉर सिविल इंजीनियरिंग वी डोंट हैव लाइक ब्रिक्स एंड ऑल. सर सुबह बता रहे थे कुछ इक्विपमेंट चाहिए, बट फॉर एल्गोरिथमिक लेवल फॉर मैथमेटिशियन डोंट नीड एनी काइंड ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. एंड द ब्रेन, फॉर ब्रेन द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल वी हैव. दुनिया में 3 सबसे डिफिकल्ट एग्जाम है. किसको किसको मालूम है कौन एग्जाम है? दुनिया के 3. आवाज बोलो भाई, स्टूडेंट लोग बोलो कौन सा एग्जाम है. सबसे पहला एग्जाम, टफेस्ट एग्जाम इज ग्वानकाओ, चाइना का एंट्रेंस टेस्ट. राइट, यू कैन गूगल. अब तो कोई बात छुपी नहीं रही, जो मैं बोला गूगल करके टेस्ट कर लो. सो द फर्स्ट डिफिकल्ट एग्जाम इज ग्वानकाओ where student admission take admission in China. The second one is JEE Advance, India वाला IIT, and the third one is Civil Services. तो दुनिया के 2 टॉप के एग्जाम तो हम ही पास कर रहे हैं. दिमाग का तो हमारा कोई मुकाबला कर ही नहीं सकता. अब इस सर भी नाश्ते पे बता रहे थे चाइना में गया था, मेहनती तो है लेकिन दिमाग तो हमारा ही तेज लगता है. It's fact basically. It's open secret. You can Google and check it. So the toughest exams of the world we cross. टॉप 3 में 2 हमारे ही पास हैं. और मुझे लगता है AI को खूब अच्छे से यूज करना चाहिए. बिकॉज AI और कंप्यूटर फील्ड में हमको बहुत रिसोर्सेज नहीं चाहिए. क्लाउड इन्वायरमेंट अगर हमको 10 करोड़ 50 करोड़ का कंप्यूटर, सुपर कंप्यूटर एक्सेस करना है, यू डोंट नीड टू टेल योर वाइस चांसलर कि सर हमको लैब बना के दो. डोंट नीड एनीथिंग, जस्ट टू कनेक्ट योर लैपटॉप. उसके बाद अपना क्लाउड का इन्वायरमेंट करो और अपना यूज करो, कोड करो, गेट द रिजल्ट एंड जस्ट डू इट. सो इन दैट सेंस बेसिकली आई एम वेरी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट दैट वंस स्टूडेंट ऑफ इंडिया करंट जनरेशन डिसाइडेड टू कंक्योर द वर्ल्ड, ऑफ कोर्स इट इज पॉसिबल. अब तो हम लोगों का समय खत्म हो गया, 20-25 साल बचे हैं. टाइम इज योर्स. सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माई साइड. थैंक्स फॉर योर अटेंशन.
Thank you so much, sir, with your enlightening words. Souvenir serves as a cherished memento, capturing key moments, achievements, and memories of the event. It symbolizes the collective efforts, experiences, and inspiration shared by all participants, preserving them for years to come.
With this, we come to a special moment, the release of the seminar souvenir. I invite all our esteemed dignitaries to unveil the souvenir, marking the occasion with a token of our collective efforts and achievements.
respected dignitaries, and dear attendees, the time has come to introduce you an eminent figure whose presence greatly elevates this event.
Professor Rajiv Kumar is a distinguished scholar and visionary administrator serving as the 8th Vice Chancellor of J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology YMCA, Faridabad. With over 3 decades of academic leadership, a PhD from IIT Delhi, and extensive contribution to AICTE. He has been instrumental in advancing national initiatives such as Smart India Hackathon, IICs, NEAT, and multiple education reforms. His work span academic excellence, policy innovation, and global engagement, making him a transformative force in Indian technical education. With deep respect, I invite to the dais Professor Rajiv Kumar to address us.
Thank you. Engineer V.B. Singh, Chairman of Institution of Engineers India. Professor G.S. Mundade, Engineer Kishore Narang, Professor Ashutosh Kumar, Engineer I.S. Oberoi, Professor Dimri, Professor Munish Vasist, Professor Ajay Ranga, Registrar of the University, invited guests, faculty members, and my dear students. First of all, I thank Institution of Engineers, particularly the local chapter, Faridabad chapter, for giving this opportunity to J.C. Bose University for organizing this 40th Convention of Electronics and Telecommunication in the campus of university. So thank you, Institution of Engineers. This Institution of Engineers, I am emotionally connected to this organization. My father did AMI in 60s from this organization, and he served for a long time in UP Power Corporation. Previously it was UP State Electricity Board. UV Singh Saab is also from the same organization. And when I joined AICTE in 2016, and 2017 I was given this responsibility to review the functioning of all professional societies in the country, including Institution of Engineers. There were certain regions, so Government of India gave us this responsibility, and we reviewed it, we submitted our report, and there were some issues and they were settled down. And so I know the Institution of Engineers, each and everything of Institution of Engineers and other professional society. Some of you, those who are sitting here, they might be aware. We had discussions, long discussions with the members of Institution of Engineers, and how to salvage the situation also we worked. So that was a time that we have worked. Now, but why I am sharing this thing? Because the time has come where we can contribute and we can bring the past glory this organization was having. So why I am saying the past glory? When we were reviewing, when we invited large number of experts, including IIT directors, one of the director, IIT Kharagpur director, first director, he said, when IIT was started first in the country, there was a challenge how to evaluate the engineering education of the IIT, because it was the first thing in the first time government has entered and they were coming out with engineering education. Then this responsibility of evaluating the IIT Kharagpur, first IIT of the country, was given to the Institution of Engineers. So that was the glory of this organization. And that's why I am saying that we have to come to that past time where this organization was evaluating, reviewing, vetting the qualification of IIT Kharagpur. Now we have to, because the time has changed, everything, technologies has changed, curriculum has changed, requirement has changed. Now we have to look in the new technologies. One of the suggestions I have to make is that that institution of engineers should come out some courses on some courses of new technologies, emerging technologies through micro credentials. My experience, large experience as a policy maker, as a academician, is that unless until something has got some academic weightage in students' scorecard, generally students avoid to take that thing. Very few students take that. So we should develop some micro credentials courses, and there is a portal, there is a SWAM Plus portal which empowers all private organizations, all professional bodies to bring their micro credential courses on SWAM Plus. And you can charge some nominal amount also there. That is also permitted. And large number of private companies, you take name L&T, every companies, they have their micro credentials courses, and they are the latest courses as per the need of the industry. So one of the advice to this August gathering is that we should also think that whether we can develop some micro credential courses, and we can float these courses on very nominal charges through SWAM Plus portal. I, as a Vice Chancellor of JC Bose University, sir, I'm open that I can collaborate, I can run these courses in my university. Once these courses, it's an affiliating university, we have affiliating colleges also, so we can start from here. You can start your courses from my university, and then you can take it to SWAM Plus. So I am giving this offer to you, sir. We have a very dedicated team, not in electronics department, in all departments. Our faculty is very dedicated faculty. And they will be helping in developing, they have expertise also in developing these credential courses. So they have expertise also. You have experience, we have expertise and experience both. We have facilities also. We have a very good studio to record. We have a world-class studio in the university. If you have time, I will request you to visit that studio. Dimdi Saab, you please take the participants to our studio, and you see the facilities available here. So if you are willing to develop some macro credential courses, we will help you, and whatever help is required to be done in developing, whether it is micro credential courses or certificate courses, university is open, sir, for Institution of Engineers. With all these words, because I have another meeting planned, I am already late. I once again thank the organizers of this national convention for giving us opportunity, and in future, if any other responsibility is given to the university, we will be most happy to accept it. Thank you very much. Namaskar, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Your inspiring message has added great value to this occasion. Due to some urgent academic engagements, sir has to leave. So first we will felicitate sir and then continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a great round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, Our next speaker is a visionary leader and a distinguished figure whose achievement speaks volume. His dedication, expertise and accomplishments continue to inspire many.
We are honored to introduce Sri N. Kishore Narang, a technology advisor, mentor and design strategist with over 48 years of excellence in electrical, electronics and ICT domains. Founder of Narnix and mentor to 500 plus innovators. He has led pioneering work in system design, deep tech innovation and national as well as global standardization across BIS, IEEE, IEC, ISO, ITU and IETF. A key contributor to 5G, 6G, cybersecurity, digital infrastructure and ethical technological standard. He serves on academic and advisory bodies of leading institutes. He is currently steering India's 5G inclusive ICT architecture and cybersecurity reference architecture and XD application layer standards.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I'm really honored and humbled to be here. And thanks to all the esteemed guests on the dais and in the hall. So I think it's a very humbling moment for me and very cherishing moment because today it's an occasion, both the institutions are my alma mater. So I'm a 77 pass out from YMCA Institute. It used to be called YMCA. I'm still used to calling it YMCA. Sorry for not being able to, get updated. My software is still legacy on this. And then I'm also one of the, maybe the first one who did the grad AMI in 1980 because, and that's what the real story is about, that YMCA was a post-diploma at that time. And in the industry, we were not recognized as equivalent to graduate engineers, in spite of fact we were much more skilled, much more equipped and knowledgeable and competent in actually designing and all those kind of domains. So I had to undergo that. I left my job in R&D and came back home, so sat down, and in the meantime I got a job in BITS Pilani. But I completed my AMI. That opened the doors for me in the, well, you can say really as an engineer cadre really. Otherwise, it's a very long story I can go back. But the interesting part was, both have had a major foundation. YMCA, why YMCA? Interestingly, my father was teaching in BITS Pilani. So I'm not going to talk technology because that I'm going to talk after tea break, but I have a full talk. So my father was teaching in BITS Pilani and I was brought up there. My schooling was there. And, I had presumed that I'll be doing if I'm doing engineering, I'm going to do it from BITS Pilani. But when I passed, that time we used to have 11th. So when I passed out 11th, I said, so should I fill the form for BITS? I said, no way, no, I don't want you to be a white-collar engineer. And as luck would have it, in 1972, so I passed out my 11th in 73, 72, he had come to YMCA as an examiner, and he had seen the labs and the curriculum. He was really impressed, amazed, and astonished with this thing. And he said, no, I want you to be a hands-on engineer. I don't want you to be white collar. I don't want you to get a degree. I want you to really become gain the knowledge of becoming an engineer. Initially, I was not very impressed by his, but we were those kind of obedient kind of kids and brought up in a small place like Pilani. So I came first year, I was totally frustrated. कहाँ पिलानी से उठा के कॉस्मोपॉलिटन कैंपस से फरीदाबाद हरियाणा में जाटों में फेंक दिया मुझे. But then second year onwards, when our discipline courses started, then I started really realizing what my father had in mind, what he had seen in this. So we had dedicated labs. Each student has got such an expansive toolkit of all the German tools, even the test and measurement instrument dedicated for each student himself in the lab. And that's the kind of curriculum we had. We had applied physics, like it was different for electrical, electronics and radio TV. It was different from mechanical and all that. They were given more focus on thermodynamics and relevant subjects. We were given more on electromagnetism, electricity and semiconductor and all those aspects. I think, and we had unique thing. There's one thing which I've never seen in any other, even IITs also, in my career. We had a subject called Infinite Design and Drawing, where we were taught during that time. I learned how to design amplifiers and oscillators using vacuum tube, because that was the era of vacuum tubes. Okay, and that's where and we calculate each and every resistance and capacitor's value to achieve right kind of gains and whatever parameters you needed to achieve from a gain. And that kind of subject has never been in any other colleges till, say, I work across a lot of academia. Never seen that kind of a subject. And that's what, as they say, sowed the foundation of me as an engineer and design engineer rather. And as luck would have it, I have been till today only a design engineer. I've never gone into becoming entrepreneur, marketing or professional or administration guy. I still design is my passion. I am a hands-on designer even today. Yes, I'm from the ancient era of engineers from vacuum tube, but today I'm designing all heterogeneous multi-core SoC-based products, system solutions for aerospace, defense, automotive, strategic electronics, anything you say. And I'm able to do that because the seeds of design and that curiosity, the capability, the methodology, the curiosity, the innovation that you get while you're designing, solving a new problem was sown right in this complex. Of course, this auditorium was not, we had a large auditorium, I remember, with a lot of matkas on the walls as an acoustic system, which was a failure, by the way. Anyway, but I think that is one of the things, and as I mentioned, Institute of Engineers, with the grad AMI, opened my ways for the larger organizations as an engineer, and I joined HCL Group as a design engineer. But then again, so I think I'll now stop at my personal journey, but I'll come to one aspect. Professor Ashutosh talked about research. I'll talk about research is important, but as he rightly identified, or maybe he did not clearly say, research in India is more of a very fundamental, basic and maybe blue moon kind of a research. What today India needs to get the global thought leadership is Make in India, everybody is talking about. How do we make in India? We do not have design engineers. We do not have design engineers at all in country. How do we do that? And where will they come from? We do not have, in fact, in the last 30 years, we have systematically, as a nation, converted all our engineers to clerks. We take pride in software. Am I right? We say we are a software power. I'm sorry to say. Indian software engineer on an average, I'm not saying a few exceptional ones everywhere, there are always exceptions, are mediocre software developers or coders. They cannot develop a mission critical software platform. They cannot design a rugged, reliable software platform or anything. And they are very happy being well paid. Because they are being well paid, they are happy doing software testing, validation, minor front ending and all that. So this is the generic competence or average competence of our software engineers. But somehow we do not have electronics engineer. Hardware, nobody knows how to design. Electronics, we have lost touch. Absolutely, we don't value that. And without hardware, where will the software work on? Where will you embed the software if you do not know how to design a product, a system, a solution? I think that is a competence which we are missing, and we need to, somehow, very urgently reboot that, thought process on converting our so-called getting clerks and all that into engineers back. And design and electronics is very hardware. This thing is very important subject. But then again, one point, I think somebody alluded to this point, that our engineers, when they go out, they don't get employment. Why? They're not industry relevant. What we teach them is something very basic. They do not know, when they go to the industry, they find themselves at a loss, and industry doesn't know, industry people, how to train them to use, to do some meaningful work for them. Because they are never taught how to apply the theoretical concept which they're taught in their studies to practical implementation of design, quality, and although there are no subjects on quality, standardization, compliances. All these aspects in our education curriculum have been absolutely missing. So we need a fresh look at the curricula and the academic system. Shift from the qualification-based education system to knowledge-based education system. We need to make our engineers industry relevant, industry ready. And without that, I think our Make in India dream will be a pipe dream only. I can go on and on. This topic is very close to my heart, but I think I'll stop because we are, I think, running late on the session. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'll be sharing my technical thoughts in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your message has added great value to this occasion. As a mark of our respect and gratitude, may I now request Oberoi sir, Pradeep sir and Munish sir to honor the dignitaries with a memento.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for Engineer V.P. Singh, President IEI. Please give a huge round of applause for Engineer Kishore N. Narang, Mentor and Principal, Narnix Technolab. Please give a huge round of applause for Professor Dr. G.S. Mundada, Vice President, IEI.
Thank you all. A winner is not defined by destiny but by dedication. And today, we honor individuals who prove this through their outstanding contributions. IEI honors such eminent engineering personalities by conferring them with Lifetime Achievement Award and IEI Young Engineers Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for Professor Asutosh Kumar Singh. Thank you all. Now let us introduce you all with our first eminent engineer personality, Dr. Tara Singh Kamal. Professor Dr. Tara Singh Kamal is currently Professor of Practice at the School of Science and Emerging Technologies, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev Punjab State Open University, Patiala, a Fellow of IEI, IETE and a Life Science member of IEEE USA. He is also a chartered engineer with decades of distinguished service to the engineering community, including his tenure as Vice President IEI 2001 to 2002. A gold medalist from the University of Roorkee, he earned his PhD from Punjab University in 1983 in PSK Communication System. He has held esteemed positions such as Principal of GTB Khalsa Institute, Professor and Head at SLIT, and Professor at PSC Chandigarh. With a teaching career beginning in 1996, he has mentored generation of engineers and contributed significantly to research and academic leadership. Recipient of major national honors including the National Award for Lifetime Contribution in Electronics and Telecommunication 2003 and the Sir Thomas Ward Memorial Medal twice. He has also served as president of the engineering section of ISCA. With over 200 research publications, Dr. Kamal remains a prominent figure in advancing communication engineering in India. To honor Dr. Tara Singh, we would like to call on the stage Engineer VP Singh, President IEI and Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir Shri G.S. Mandata ji. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause.
प्रोफेसर कमल साहब, कल ही मेरी चेयरमैन ओबेराय साहब से बात हो रही थी कि आपका जीवन तो वैसे ही मतलब एक खुद में एक अवार्ड है जो कि हम सबके लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत है और हमारे लिए ये बड़े गर्व की बात है कि हम आप आज का सम्मान कर रहे हैं और वास्तव में हम आपका सम्मान नहीं कर रहे हैं, आपको सम्मानित करके हम अपना सम्मान कर रहे हैं और आपका जीवन तो भरा पड़ा है सम्मानों से। आपके लिए तो एक बहुत ही मामूली चीज है ये, लेकिन ये मेरे लिए, हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि हम आपको आज सम्मानित कर रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आप यहाँ आए, आपने हमारा सम्मान रखा, बहुत बहुत आपके लिए धन्यवाद। आप दो शब्द अगर बोलेंगे तो हम आशीर्वाद किया तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा।
Most respected President of Association of Engineers, Engineer V.V. Singh ji, and all dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. First of all, I would like to state that although I have passed through all the stages in the engineering college, but still today I feel that I am a student. It's not complete. I was just doing something here and there. Some students came because I was a student when I entered my primary class. I was a student when I went to high school. I was a student when I went to college. Then, luckily, I went to Roorkee University completing it. Journey was not complete. I was still student when I went for masters, then PhD. Some people said that you have done all this. But when my first PhD student came to me, you have to do something, right? No. By that time I have realized when I finished my PhD that here in India, we are doing research of two types. One is hobbyist research, other is problem-based research. Problem-based is you go and working somewhere in the industry, this thing, then there somebody comes with the problem, then you solve it. That is a real research, and one of my friend is sitting here, Dr. Jagtar Singh. he is doing the actual, the real research. See, he is doing the research in the antennas. He will make it. Then he will go through all these stages: simulation on the computer, then going to a lab, fabrication, then testing. After testing, he gets results, and then they are published. And his work, of course, somehow I was also connected with it. In the world of research, and in thousands and thousands of people have cited that problems, that results in their research work, future work. So, when some student comes to me, I come back to me, I said, okay, we'll start. But don't think that I have some solution for the problem first. We will start, you and me, and we will find out the solution of the problem. It is not that some solution is ready with me and after some time I will give it to you. No. I am also a student with that student. We are both are working on that. When he completes, he goes. Somebody else comes. Again, it is not that same problem is continued. Because if I say I give you the solution, then it is not a research problem, then it was a tutorial problem. Giving the problem in the class and giving the solution. All right, this is solution. Now, I'll give you some personal examples which I have faced. So, when some student comes with some problem, I had a student, very typical student, because that is the only student whose thesis I have read word by word. Otherwise, very intelligent student, okay, like that person, he went to Air Force. As a couple, he came back with some diploma. Then he did his AMI. After doing AMI, he did his ME. Then he started research work. All right from AMI, ME, sir, he was with me. He was working. He was much older to me. I will not say my student. He was my colleague. Yes. Now, when you are working, and the fellow has not done mathematics courses, all wrong. So he goes and finds out somewhere some solution from some student, some teacher, and comes back. Now the problem comes when this solution don't expect, you don't feel that it is what we want. Now how to tell him? Will you tell him that no, you have not done anything, go away, do something? Or what will you say? My way was asked that, okay, let us take a cup of tea. Time kitna gaya? Let us cup of tea. All right. I think you have done this work. I think you have reached somewhere. But if you change this parameter from here, probably we will get the better result. Because when I was doing my ME thesis in Roorkee, my head of department was my guide. Okay, no problem. Okay, that we can discuss later. I am thankful to the Institution of Engineers and my best friend, Mr. Mundi, who was instrumental. He gave me one morning news that here is your this thing you are going to Faridabad. At this age, I never expected that I need it, I will go to it. But he is the person who did this everything. I'm thankful to him and thankful to Institution of Engineers for giving me the chance to be here. I have many more things to say. I'll say something later. Thank you very much.
ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਟੀਚਰ ਦੀ ਨਿਗਾਹ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਫਲੋ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਆਸ-ਪਾਸ।
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you all Engineer L.K.M. Adi.
Engineer L.K.M. Adi is a distinguished first-generation entrepreneur and a fellow of the Institution of Engineers, India, a graduate in Electronics and Communication Engineering from PSG College of Technology. He founded Knitwell Needles Private Limited in 1978, establishing one of India's earliest hosiery needle manufacturing unit and the first in South India. He later expanded into the automotive sector through Elecam Auto Ancillary Private Limited, now operating multiple plants in Hosur, Mysore, and providing direct and indirect employment to thousands. A key force in Hosur's industrial development, he helped establish essential civic facilities, promoted small industries, and served the Hosur Industry Association for 35 years, including as president. As former chairman of IEI Hosur Local Center, he played a pivotal role in reconstructing its center and significantly expanding its mentorship through outreach program. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a great round of applause.
Now we introduce to you all Dr. Roger Kumar, Founding Managing Director, Case Group.
Dr. Roger Kumar is a visionary entrepreneur and founder of Case Group. Dr. Roger founded Case Group as a young engineer in 1993. He has more than 32 years of experience in currently managing director of Case Group, responsible for the overall management and growth of the company over the years. Dr. Roger was not available due to some prior commitment, so we call Dr. Pradeep Malla to honor in the behalf of Dr. Roger. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a great round of applause.
Moving in the sequence, we have Dr. Swati Kumari.
Dr. Swati Kumari, a senior technical officer at CISR National Physical Laboratory, New Delhi, with over a decade of expertise in quantum technology and advanced measurement system, an MTech graduate from MD Rohtak. She has played a key role in establishing metrological facilities at NPL and developing automated LabVIEW-based test setups. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a great round of applause for Dr. Swati Kumari.
Thank you all. Now it's my honor to invite Professor Munish Vashisht, Organizing Secretary, NCET 2025, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Dignitaries, felicitation. Before vote of thanks, dear all, let us now take a moment to acknowledge the valued partner and support who have always stood by us and play a key role in steering our activities toward success. Please give a huge round of applause for Engineer SM Member Punjab and Chandigarh State Centre. Next we have Engineer Devendra Gill, Council Member, Delhi State Centre. In the sequence, we have Engineer S.S. Zamar, Member IEEE. Now I request Professor Dr. Jagtar Singh Sivya, Council Member.
SS जम्बाल सर को बुला लिया?
Yes, sir.
वो नहीं है?
नहीं, sir.
जम्बाल सर है सर, आइए सर. आइए सर, जम्बाल सर है. नाम गलत था भाई.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause.
Next we have Professor Dr. Jagtar Singh. Next we have Engineer J.P. Malhotra, Chairman TAP DC Faridabad. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a great round of applause. In the sequence, we have Dr. H.K. Batra, President, Faridabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Next, we have Aloknath Desar.
Thank you. Welcome.
Now I request Engineer Mahesh Sachdeva, CEO, Fuji Gemco.
It's not there. Mr. Madan Lal Sharma.
Next, I request Mr. Madan Lal Sharma, Director, Glen Appliances Private Limited.
He's not there. Gopal Singh.
Next, we have Engineer Kamarpal Singh, Proprietor, Siva K Services.
Mr. Vinod.
Next, we have Engineer Vinod Kumar Rajpal, Director, Shubham Lifts Private Limited. Please give a great round of applause. On the behalf of Engineer Kamarpal Singh, we have Engineer Ankit Pand. Next we have Sri Veerbhan Sharma, Managing Director, Venus India Metals Private Limited. Please give a great round of applause. In the sequence, we have Mr. Sanjay Kumar, COO, Excel Seminar Solutions. Next, we have Engineer Parag Piyush. Sanjay sir, hai. Next we have Engineer Parag Piyush, Partner, Dhriti Technologies.
Thank you all. Now, I would like to invite Professor Munish Vashisht, Organizing Secretary, NCET 2025, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Rajiv Kumar Ji, the respected Guest of Honor Professor Ashutosh Kumar Ji, Guest of Honor Engineer Narang N. Kishore Ji, respected President IEI Engineer BB Singh Ji, Vice President III Professor Girish Mundada Ji, Registrar of University Professor Ajay Ranga Ji, distinguished awardees, special invitees, session chairs, delegates, dean, chairpersons, faculty members, researchers and dear students. It is a very good morning to all of you. Standing here today as the Organizing Secretary NCT 2025, I feel deeply honored and grateful. The 40th National Convention of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers and the National Conference on IoT and Sensors Embedded IoT Driving Smart Connectivity has begun with great energy, great ideas and great inspiration. For this, we owe a sincere thanks to everyone who contributed to the success of this inaugural session. The Sanskrit slok from the Upanishad, Purnasya Purnam Adhyaya Purnam Eva Ativishishte, remind us that when great minds come together, knowledge expands endlessly. Today's inaugural function of NCT 2025 is a true reflection of this timeless wisdom. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Chief Guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor of J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology, Professor Rajiv Kumar Ji, for gracing today's event with inspirational address. Sir, your vision for innovation, research, excellence and industry academia collaboration has always motivated the academic community. Your insights today on the role of IoT, sensors and smart technologies in building India's digital future have truly set the tone for this two-day convention. Thank you, sir, for your leadership and blessing. I express my deep appreciation to our guest of honor, Professor Ashutosh Kumar Ji, Director IIIT Bhopal. Your word reflected deep technical wisdom and futuristic thinking. You highlighted how IoT and sensor technologies are transferring not just devices but entire ecosystem. Your presence has greatly enriched this event. Engineer Narang N. Kishore, mentor and principal design architect, Nix Technolab. Sir, your contribution in to IoT standard and smart infrastructure in India is remarkable. Your address has given us a clear direction for preparing the next generation connected world. Thank you, all of you, for taking the time out of your immensely busy schedule. I am grateful to President IEI Engineer VP Singh ji for his encouragement word and constant support to the Faridabad local center. I also thank Professor Girish Mumundata ji, Vice President III, who is also presiding over the inaugural sessions. Your guidance has been the backbone of this entire event. The national leadership of III has consistently strengthened the engineering community with its vision, and we are fortunate to receive your continuous support. My sincere thanks also go to convener Professor Pradeep Kumar Dimri ji, whose committed effort and address on conference theme added the immense value to this inauguration. Sir, your clarity and passion for IoT research are reflected in every detail of this conference. We are honored to have with us the esteemed recipients of Lifetime Achievement Awards, Professor T.S. Kamalji, Professor L.K. Madi, Dr. Roger Kumar, and the III Young Engineer Award winner is Swati Kumari. Your achievement inspired not only the engineering fraternity but also young mind aspiring for excellence. Thank you for joining us and enriching this equation. We are grateful to all dignitaries releasing the conference souvenir, a document that reflects the months of academic preparation and contribution from the researchers. I also thank all special invitees who travelled from various parts of the country to be the part of NCT 2025. I also express heartfelt thanks to Engineer Inderjeet Singh Oberoi ji for his continuous support, motivation and leadership during every stage of planning and execution. Sir, the warmth with you welcomed everyone today reflects your dedication to the engineering community. Although the technical sessions will unfold over next 2 days, I would like to acknowledge in advance the invaluable contributions of session chair and co-chair across all the technical sessions, jury members of the project competitions, reporters who will document the proceeding, panelists and moderators for tomorrow's panel discussion on future of electronics and telecommunication engineering. Your expertise will shape the intellectual depth of NCT 2025. Our deep appreciation also goes to our IEI Faridabad Local Center and JC Bose University of Science and Technology, YMCA Faridabad. This collaboration has created a strong platform for students, researchers, academicians and industry professionals to exchange the ideas on cutting-edge technologies. I would also like to place and record my sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Rajiv Kumar ji and our respected Registrar Professor Ajay Ranga ji for providing continuous support, guidance and administration facilitation in organizing this convention. Their commitment to academic excellence and their encouragement to organizing team have played a pivotal role in the seamless conduct of NCT 2025. At the event of this scale requires tremendous teamwork. I would like to place my record on my sincere thanks to every member of the organizing committee, technical committee, editing committee, registration committee, hospitality and logistic committee, stage management committee, tech support and website team, document and publicity team, souvenir committee. Your dedication from early morning coordination to late night planning has made today's inaugural session a grand success. Our students deserve special appreciation. Your discipline, enthusiasm and sense of responsibility are truly admirable. From assisting dignitaries, managing registration to the stage coordination and technical arrangement, you have performed every task with professionalism. We are gratefully acknowledged with all sponsoring partners, academic contributors, reviewers and supporters who help us financially and academically to bring this national convention to life. At the heartfelt thanks to our media and technical support team for smooth execution and excellent arrangement. To all researchers whose Papers are the part of technical sessions. Thank you for choosing NCT 2025 as your platform. We have received high quality research contribution on IoT, smart systems, cybersecurity, sensors, AI, IoT convergence, automotive systems, smart manufacturing, healthcare, IoT, smart agriculture, and many other engineering areas. The diversity of ideas and participation across the India reflect the strength of our engineering ecosystem. Before I conclude, I would to say NCT 2025 is not just a conference, it is a celebration of innovation, collaboration, and collective ambition of the engineering community. Over the next 2 days, let us engage more, share more, learn more, and create the foundation for the new research, new partnership, and new idea that will shape the future of IoT and smart connectivity. Let us continue the spirit of learning, contribution that define the engineering fraternity. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all dignitaries, guests, participants, and team members. Thank you for making the inaugural session NCT 2025 a memorable and inspiring beginning. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. I now request everyone to kindly rise in honor of National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा इंद्र हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. So we will quickly break for tea because we are already running late. So within 15 minutes we will again reassemble here only. Everybody is requested to cooperate. And we will have the state of the art lecture. Moderator is requested to put the things in place, please.
I requested he check in and he will deliver.
So we invite everyone to join us for high tea towards guest house.